Well, hello and welcome back. My name's Kieran Siemens. This is My Inky World, and we are working on that donation part for the channel. We are looking to do another signed book. I've already done one, and it's up on eBay at the moment, and I'm just about to do the second book. Very exciting. There isn't many books in the whole world that have been signed, and especially signed and illustrated by me. So, let's get on and do another one. Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome back! This is an exciting part. We are doing another signed book. And these are going to be something special. These are going to be something that in a few years' time are going to be hunted. Mark my words. These are going to be something very special. Especially as I start to get more and more busy and start, I've already done 300 books. I've always done thousands of TV shows and movies. And these are going to be something special. And I'm going to get in here with the Ghostabulous experience, which is the book of Norman. Norman and his kind of this ghost that falls in love with him, which I love this book, and I'm hoping that I am going to go ahead and do more of. Because it was just one of those books where I just I loved it. I really loved it. It's going to be one of those things. In the future, it's going to be a movie. I know it. I just know it. And I'm going to get in here and I'm going to draw a nice... I'm going to get in and draw some... I'm going to draw a frightened Norman. Hiding in his bed, maybe, or something like that. And this is one of those type of things where you do a book, you get so worried to kind of write a book. And when you write a book, it takes so long for you to actually... This book took me like a year and a half or something. And you get to the point where you have done so much writing and so much pre-work on it that by the time it gets to the finish line, you're kind of like you're so full of adrenaline and you're so full of excitement for this book, and you have grown your love for this book that it gets to the point where you desperately want to go ahead and do another book. It's like getting that engine moving, and once the engine's up and all the wheels are oiled and everything is moving, and you just want to keep it going. And that's what happened with this book. This book, I actually got to the part where I did a lot of the pre-planning for book 2. I've already sketched out all the ideas for it, and it is all sitting ready to start. But then I had to come back and to do something with my my YouTube, with all the drawings, with all the illustrations, with all the other books coming through. So there's a lot to it takes up so much time. It is, but wow, what beautiful time. Sometimes I'd sit there in bed and I'd just kind of like switch off the light and I'm going to sleep. Oh, maybe Norman could do. I'd get my notepad and I'd start writing away. And it just went on for months like this, And it's such an incredible feeling. Anybody that's out there, if you've written a book, Doesn't matter how small or how big that book is. If you have written a book, it fills your heart. It fills your mind. It fills your body with this energy. And it is such... If you've always said you will write a book, my advice, do it. Do it. I dare you, do it. You will never regret it. Never in a million years will you regret writing your book. It's like probably the best thing that I have ever done. And definitely one of the proudest things I've ever done. This book alone kept my heart pumped with excitement for months and months. That's Norman hiding in his bed. And quite often in the book, he's in bed. And it's a very strange thing that he's like in his kitchen, he's in the hospital at the beginning, and then he's in his bed. And there's very few places that kind of Norman goes. He walks in the park a few times. And so it is such an absolute fantastic book. So, you're going to go out and you're going to buy a signed copy of this book. And I am convinced that one day this story will become a movie. It will become a movie. And you will have one of the original signed books. Now, a lot of people don't know, but this book that I am putting a signature in at the moment, I hope there will be 3 of them that will go up. There might be 4 if I really have a great energy for it. But these are the first batch of books that came to me. So this is the first batch of books of the first batch of books. So this is like the very first book. I mean, if you're really a real kind of book fan, if there's any little mistakes, they will be in these books. If there's any fixes that were called, if there's any changes, they won't be this book. This is the original box of books that I ordered. And these are like my test books, so these are a very, very, very special first edition of this book. So you can't get any better than having a first edition of a first edition. So, a fantastic chance. Oh dear, look at that. Here, I'll even put my broken nib into the ink for you. There you go. It's extra special. You see that? My broken pen. Look, there's my nib. There's the broken part, and it's there in the ink, soaked into the ink. There, look. So when you get your book, you'll be able to say yes, it's an original book, but it's also got a little part of his pen in there. For all you crazy collectors, there you go. That's a special edition. Right, let's get myself another pen. So there you go. It's messed up his eyebrow a little bit because that's where the nib fell, but maybe I'll fix that up. And there is Norman in bed. What a lovely little sketch in that book. And that's him hiding from whatever is coming. Maybe I'll draw a little spider in there. What do you think? That's all the big spidery legs. What a cool book! In fact, in the actual book, if you've read the story, in the book there is a lot of times when Norman kind of sees bugs and sees spiders, and oh, it's lovely. Now that's got to be a class drawing, right? What do you think? Isn't that fantastic? Let's get some of the wallpaper in there behind him. So there you go. That's Norman in bed, and he's always in bed in his story. So let's get this down. And here's my name. I will sign it for you down the bottom here. And I love the idea that every time I sign my name, there's something original about it. There's something, I do it in a slightly different way every time. And I think that makes an added part to the originality of the signature. Lovely. Isn't that lovely? Now that is a very, very, very cool drawing. That is a fantastic. You imagine having your Ghost Tabulous book like this. You will have your Ghost Tabulous book, and as you open the book, there on the first page you will have a drawing by me, signed by me, on one of these books. And these books are like £20 already in the shop. So if you've got a signed version of it, how cool would that be? And I'll put with love up here. With love. As everything should be with love. And there is a fantastic, very original signed book by me. There you go, you can have some extra ink as well. Beautiful! So, that is going to be the signed book number 2. And I will do another one in a minute. So that there will be like 3 books up there for you to go and spend your hard-earned cash on. Now that is number, I guess it's going to be the second illustration, second book that's been signed. There's the first one there. Can you see that? Of Norman playing his ukulele, and it's just as you open the book. Wow, look at that. Isn't that cool? So, and that is all the proceeds. All this funding will come in, and it will function for the Funky Doodler for the year ahead. And we're going to make the Funky Doodler the best teaching channel there is. It's going to be the coolest, the funkiest teaching channel there is. And it's going to be called the Funky Doodler. And if all the children and all the beginners and all the people that want to be a part of this put a hashtag Funky Doodler Club, and it will go on to the Instagram, and you'll be able to see all the people around the world all sending in their little drawings just to share with everybody. I think it's a beautiful idea. So, that is... I want to keep it for myself now. Right, so that is a fantastic new book. I don't know whether I will fix the little eye bit there or I will not fix it. But you can see that the nib has come off and it's there in the ink on that side. Okay, so when you get your book, you'll be able to say, ah, that's one of Kieran's nibs. Come off this pen, look, broke it. Can you see? And that broken piece is in there on the book, just as an extra little special something. Alright, so thank you very much. If you do want to put in a donation towards this Funky Doodler adventure, there is a PayPal me at the top of my YouTube page. You'll see it right at the top next to where my logo is. And you can send donations into help support the channel, help support the Funky Doodler, and it's all greatly appreciated. It'll all be used for ink. As you can see, I use a lot of ink. It'll be used for inks and papers and nibs and things like that. Only that. And if you want to buy products of cups and t-shirts and stuff, you can go into my shop on Etsy and you can pick up a few goodies on there, okay? So, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for joining this wonderful page. I love my page. And I will see you all again very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.